Hello student, welcome to this new video lecture related to Ivan's trials and O-level. In today's video, we shall discuss about page number 82. In your textbook, we shall discuss about page number 82. So our topic is Ivan's trials and O-level. Where we shall study today page number 82. Before that, I would like to recapitulate whatever we have studied. We have already studied that Evans had participated in the examination. Examination was over at 11:25. Reverend Stuart McCleary was escorted by Mr. Stephens, who saw him off at the prison gate. While he was escorting him, he was very happy because governor had asked him for escorting Stuart McCleary to the prison gates, not Jackson, the senior officer. While he was returning, he thought of having belated cup of coffee because it was nearly noon time, approx 11:30 and so. But suddenly an idea occurred to his mind. He should go and check last time Evans said. He wanted to have a look, the last look at Evans. He went over there and surprised what he saw. He saw in Evans' chair there was Stuart McCleary. Blood was coming out from his head. He ran to call Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson came over there, announced that he should call police as well as ambulance. While the appearance of Stuart McCleary is mentioned, how blood is coming out from his head through his black, short black beard. It is coming to clerical collar and then front. So everything that is clothes of Reverend Stuart McCleary is soaked with blood. What happens next? We shall continue. From page number 82, Stephens shouted wildly for Jackson. Stephens called Mr. Jackson, shouted for Mr. Jackson, and the words appeared to penetrate the curtain of blood that veiled McCleary's ears. Blood was coming out from head through ears as well. So there was a kind of curtain, veiling, a kind of bubble was covering. And that sound penetrated, passed through that curtain, veiled, that is covering McCleary's ears. His ears were covered with blood. For the minister's hand felt feebly for a handkerchief. He takes out a hanky from his pocket. Who? Reverend Stuart McLeary takes out a hanky from his pocket. Feebly, weakly, and held it to his bleeding head, keeping and here to his bleeding head. The blood seeping slowly through the white linen. The blood started soaking through the white linen. Linen is a cloth for hanky. He gave a long, low moan. He sighed, moaned, and tried to speak, but his voice trailed away, but he could not. And by the time Jackson had arrived, and when Mr. Jackson arrived and dispatched Stephens to ring the police and ambulance, as I told you, Mr. Jackson came over there. He asked Stephens to go and call police as well as ambulance. The handkerchief was sticky because of blood, squelchy. It was making a kind of sound. Was of clothes. Whenever blood is soaked in some cloth, it makes a different kind of sound after putting it in hand. Sticky. McLeary slowly raised himself. By this time, seeing Mr. Jackson, he slowly raised himself. He sat up. His face twisted tightly with pain. Due to the injury in head, his face twisted because he was feeling some kind of pain. Don't worry about the ambulance, man, I am alright. He told, don't worry, man. I am alright. Get the police, I know where. Don't wait for the ambulance. Call the police. I know where. Then he stopped. He closed his eyes and another drip of blood splashed like a hughes. He closed his eyes and blood came. Like you have watched in movies, the hero is full of blood and blood is coming through eyes. Then he clears it. What a scene. Another drip of blood splashed like a huge red raindrop on the wooden floor. It came down on the wooden floor. His hand felt along the table, so he had a stand over there, that is the table. His hand was lying over there. So he took support, found the German question paper and grasped it tightly in his blood-stained hand. His hand was filled with blood. So he took out German question paper in his blood-stained hand. Get the governor, call the governor. I know where Evans. Once again he started speaking. I know where he has gone, where Evans has gone. Almost immediately, sirens were sounding. Almost immediately, nearly at the same time, sirens started sounding. Prison officers barked orders. So everyone was in hustle and bustle. Puzzled prisoners pushed their way along the corridors. They were surprised. They were making way for the people, for policemen, for guards. Doors were banged and bolted. Doors were closed immediately. And phones were ringing everywhere. And within a minute, McCleary with Jackson and Stephen supporting him on either side. And in next minute, at one side Jackson was supporting him, at the other Mr. Stephens was supporting Stuart McCleary, injured Stuart McCleary. His face now streaked and caked with dying blood. Now streaked. Blood started making solid appearance, drying blood, caking, was greeted in the prison yard by the governor. So when they came in the prison yard, there was the governor in front of them, perplexed and grim. He was surprised, confused. We must get you to hospital immediately, or just don't. So what he ordered, what was his suggestion? That they should go to the hospital first. You have called the police? Then he asked, have you called the police? Yes, they are on the way. But they are coming. But I am all right. Look here. Then Stuart McCleary showed him the question paper, German question paper. Awkwardly, he opened the German question paper and thrust it before the governor's face. Look, it is there. Did you see what I mean? Do you know what I am saying? Look at this place. The governor looked down and realized what McCleary was trying to tell him. When the governor looked at the question paper, he understood what Reverend Stuart McCleary was trying to tell him. A photocopied sheet had been carefully and cleverly. What was there in the question paper? There was a photocopied sheet. A false copy was cleverly pasted over there. Superimposed, placed after the other. It was cleverly posted over there. Over the last originally blank page of question paper. So what he noticed? He noticed there was a page, false page, cleverly imposed, superimposed, glued by some very clever person. What was inside it? How they are going to catch Evans? Where is Evans? We'll try to find out the answers in next videos. Thank you very much.